whatsoever to come and claim that I should give you the calculations of the amounts you sent.
Bullshit.
Wrong answer, Jim. I have every right to know the calculations of the money I sent. I sent over $2,000. You already said you spent it.
You guys have this retarding capacity, the stunting capacity to make someone who should look elderly to look younger. They just suck the food and the grace and the juices and the nutrition out of the patient until this patient stops to grow.
So now it's the jigger's fault that these people are starving to death. That's a theory I've never heard, but okay. I can see them sucking a little bit of juice out of somebody, and if they had an infestation as bad as, like, say, Andrew, I could imagine he'd become pretty anemic. However, the main problem there are these children are malnourished and not fed, and you giving them soda pop, suckers, and white bread is not going to solve the situation.
I don't know, but I still remain the founder of this organization. And I think God has given me the grace to run this. And I don't have to convince anybody about my sincerity in the carrying out the mandate that I believe God gave me.
God never gave you anything. You, Jim Narducci, gave you everything. And as for carrying out some mandate, the two of us agreed upon where that money was going to go. So if you think God is carrying you, you're wrong. He knows damn well what you have done, and you will face your God.
Looking through the lens, through the camera lens, it looks like these are deep operations, but no, they are very superficial. They are minor operations that are done on the skin. They are not deep at all. And that's why you cannot get somebody infected. We haven't had a single case of an infection from the time we started digging jiggers.
No infection, my ass. You do realize you're claiming to have better statistics than the Mayo Clinic? First off, you would have no idea whether or not there is an infection as a result of you guys digging, as you don't follow up on most of the victims, and when you do follow up, you do it months later. You don't go back day after day like you claim. That would be logistically impossible given the number of victims you claim to see, as well as your limited staff. And victims you do see again often do have infections. And claiming that you only do superficial cuts, so that cuts down on the risk of infection, that is so fucking stupid. It doesn't matter how deep the cuts are. What matters is how much skin surface area is lost. You're so fucking retarded.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Who will do it for you when you fail? Who will do it for you when you can't hold your own shit and you shit in your garments? Who will hold it for you when you cannot lift yourself up? Who will do it? Who will call it for you when you finally scream out? You call out for help.
Well, I hope it's not you, Jim, because if you were the last person on this earth, I'd rather die and lay in my own shit.
I love the idea of spraying hydrogen peroxide, followed by washing the body parts after the extractions to get rid of bits and pieces of jiggers, then finished off with betadine. Praise the Lord.
Ah, yes, the perfect regimen. Are you even serious? Exactly what good do you think it does to disinfect a person's feet 3 times in a row with different agents? Hydrogen peroxide, followed by bleach, followed by betadine. Why not go for kerosene next time? You idiots tried vinegar and bleach. Why not? Love the regime of a quart of bleach to a gallon of water, by the way. How much good does all that do when the patient immediately is exposed to dirt, germs, bacteria, any and everything else? Because all you guys do is give them sandals. And that's not going to stop anything. Doesn't stop bacteria, doesn't stop dirt, doesn't stop them from getting dirty. It's just ridiculous.
All lies. This is ludicrousy. It is disrespect of the highest order. Just because somebody wanted to take over the organization by controlling the director, and he said no. And then somebody stands and says, if I cannot control you, I want all the money I donated through your organization. Give it all back. If you thought the money wasn't doing the work, then why were you giving it out repeatedly?
Bloody hell. That is really rich, Jim. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Whining, sniveling, sociopath, psycho, scam, scum. So I tried to take over your organization. Why? Why do you say that, Jim? Because I sent so much money? Because I expected you to follow through with an agreement, that you had honesty, integrity, that you actually really want to help trigger victims?
And somebody hired some investigator who was my former employee. You go to somebody that worked with me and they got sacked. And then you hire them to investigate me. And they are getting to cases that we tried to help and they got back jiggers. They want to use that to say, well, their systems doesn't work, that what Rise Up Society does actually doesn't work.
Little did you know, I had already traced one of the families. You're a liar. They had nothing. I had to take a couple to the hospital. They were so sick. They were completely abandoned. They were starving, sick, and seriously insulted our intelligence. How dare you?
I volunteer for this organization, and Jim, the founder of RUS, mentions me in the narration in the first section of a video. It made me feel warm inside to hear that I and the help that I try to give is appreciated so much.
Oh, Vicky, I bet you were so very excited that Jim mentioned your name in a video. Oh, I bet you beamed from ear to ear. Did it make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside?
You, dear, have no idea about whether Jim does or does not care for me. You have no idea what we talk about when we communicate. And for your information, he is very appreciative of what I do for Russ.
Icky, Icky, where did you go? Oh no!